unexpected rebellion shattered the peace of the Tang dynasty. Crimson flames engulfed the palace, their crackling whispers singing the dirge of a once glorious era. Amid destruction, flickers of hope intertwined, etching an indelible mark upon the river of time. In 634, a hurried cry disrupted a group of workers in Longshou Yuan, bringing to their attention a glowing bronze mirror. A learned man among them cried out that it was a Qin dynasty mirror that could reflect the innermost truths of people's hearts and also predict the rise and fall of dynasties. The mirror was later hung high in the court as a symbol of transience of power. The following year, in 635, Yong'an Palace was renamed Da Ming Palace to reflect the dynasty's growing power.
国家的政令由此发出，精致的生活在这儿上演，一幕幕或明或暗的政治争斗也在这儿发生。可以说宫中的一举一动都关乎了历史的发展。从唐代的第3位皇帝高宗李治开始先后有17位皇帝都在大明宫当中理政。可以说呢，在长达250年的历史当中，大明宫一直没变的是它作为唐王朝的政治中心和国家象征。它的规划理念和建设成就代表了大唐王朝最高的水平。
Located northeast of Chang'an City, Da Ming Palace was built on the high slope of Longshou Yuan. Shaped as an irregular polygon, it was wide in the south and narrow in the north. Its walls stretched 7,628 meters, enclosing an area of 3.2 square kilometers, about the size of 500 football fields. It was indeed enormous. The palace in use at that time, Taiji Palace, used to get hot and humid in summer due to its low-lying position. Emperor Li Zhi couldn't bear the discomfort. Though the new Daming Palace was not yet completed, he moved in early, officially marking the beginning of Daming Palace's role as the political center of the Tang. Early in the morning, before the full light of dawn, officials holding lanterns in hand would ride their horses towards the Danfeng Gate, creating a magical scene. The capital would still be half asleep, and the majestic palace, like a resting dragon, awaited the opening of its gates.
大明宫的南墙上有3座大门，中间这一座呢是正门，叫做丹凤门。穿过丹凤门，我们的眼前有一个巨型的宏伟的宫殿，就是大明宫当中最重要的前朝的大殿含元殿。再往北，经过中朝正殿宣政殿、内朝正殿紫宸殿，这就是3大殿，也就是皇帝处理不同性质的政务、举行不同形式的活动的工作的场所。
Han Yuan Hall, the first building on the central axis, had 3 layers of foundation and was enclosed on 3 sides. Its complex construction forms show the all-embracing style of the Tang architecture. This is where all the major public ceremonies, such as the New Year's Day and Winter Solstice celebrations, were held. It was a symbol of the Tang dynasty, witnessing countless glorious moments in its history.
含元殿的格局，它是一个以大殿为中心，然后两侧有飞廊向前引出两侧的子母阙这样的一个格局。而这种建筑形象更多的是出现在大门当中，所以这个主殿既具有一种宏大的殿堂的气势，但同时呢，它又具有一些大门的要素。大门它本身也有很多很多的礼仪功能。
Northwards along the central axis, past the Xuanzheng Gate, stood Xuanzheng Hall, the real center of power, where state affairs were handled. It was here that the emperor held court hearings and consulted with officials. On both sides of the hall were offices, such as Zhongshu Sheng, or the Central Secretariat, and Men Xia Sheng, or the Chancellery, along with other departments. This place saw the issuance of many important imperial decrees that shaped the course of history. The last hall on the axis was Zi Chen Hall, an inner court hall frequented by high-ranking officials. It was where the emperor lived and worked. It was also where Tang officials met the emperor and reported on state matters. This was known as entering the cabinet, a sign of an intimate relationship with the emperor, which was viewed as a great honor among the officials. The music and song, as sweet and beautiful as pearls and jades falling in a plate, faded away. The most beautiful woman of Tang, with light, graceful steps, completed the Hushuan dance. The Taiye pool, brimming with lotus flowers in full bloom, could not attract the emperor, who was totally entranced by Lady Yang, an unrivaled beauty. To the north of Zichen Hall were the imperial bedchambers. Scattered around the Taiye pool were many palaces. The largest water area in Daming Palace consisted of 2 pools. The western one, larger in size and elliptical in shape, covered 120,000 square meters. It was also known as the Penglai Pool.
太液池它实际上是为了营造一个中国人理想当中的这样的一个仙境。通过对太液池的考古钻探发掘工作，在当中呢发掘出了岛屿的遗址，这就印证了文献当中记载的太液池当中有蓬莱、方丈、瀛洲所谓的仙岛的这么一个记录。考古工作者还在太液池池底的考古工作当中发现了很多的荷花莲蓬的遗迹，就说明当年的太液池当中确实是一幅芙蓉摇曳、碧叶连天的风景。
On elevated ground west of Taiye Pool stood the largest building group of the Daming Palace. Covering 12,300 square meters, Linda Hall had front, middle, and rear halls, arranged in a charmingly scattered manner. This was where the emperor hosted banquets and met foreign envoys. Empress Wu Zetian once hosted a banquet at Linda Hall for Awatano Mahito, a Japanese envoy who made a historical trip to China during the Tang dynasty. Apart from Linda Hall, there were plenty of areas for entertainment. For example, on the cornerstone unearthed in front of the Hanguang Hall, there is an engraving from the 5th year of Dahe in the Tang dynasty, reading Hanguang Hall, Ballpark. In the Tang dynasty, polo was popular among the nobles. Originally a military training exercise, polo had become an entertainment activity to amuse those in the palace. At the end of 755, An Lushan, who brought disaster to the Tang dynasty, led an army of 150,000 towards Chang'an. Tang had not experienced war for a long time since the prosperity of Zhenguan and Kaiyuan Shengshi. Also, the incumbent emperor, now nearing the end of his life, had neither the desire nor the ability to manage the internal affairs of the court. At the news of the loss of the eastern capital, Luoyang, Da-Ming Palace was overclouded.
辉煌了200多年的大明宫啊，在唐末的动荡当中毁于一旦。今天呢，当我们走进大明宫国家遗址公园，可能我们看到的只是残垣断壁，但是啊，在优美的环境当中，通过对于遗址的合理保护和有效展示，我们依然能够感受到大唐王朝的风采。
On June 22nd, 2014, the Da-Ming Palace site, a project jointly declared by China, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, was included in the World Heritage List as one of the sites in the Silk Roads, the routes network of Chang'an-Tianshan corridor. This masterpiece of Oriental court architecture, which was unique to the Tang dynasty, captured the openness of Chinese emperors with its solemn and magnificent architectural style. The glorious scene of all countries coming to admire the great Tang not only spread the architectural art of Da-Ming Palace to the world, but also presented Tang Dynasty's confident, open and inclusive image.